Have you ever wanted to buy an electric car? I know I have. When people say electric cars, they think of cool designs or other things, but it is really what is under the hood that makes it revolutionary. Welcome to the electric era, but I'm going to ask you one question. What does it mean for something to be electric? Well, the definition of electric means of worked by, charged with, or producing electricity. And through this presentation, you will see that there is a long history of electric vehicles, and that didn't just start in the 2000s with Tesla and all those other companies. But to completely understand, we have to go back to the year of 1839. The first electric car was developed in 1839 by a Scottish inventor named Robert Davidson. It didn't have a specific name, so people just referred to it as Davidson's electric carriage. It definitely paved the way for the electric car era to become in the future. The Flocken Electrowagon was considered to be the second electric vehicle ever built. It ran off a small, simple electric motor that was developed by William Morrison in 1888. It was released in Germany. It was what was known as the second electric vehicle ever built and paved the way for what was to come, but was the first consumer vehicle ever built to be electric. Now we are getting into one of the most interesting parts of EV history. If you're watching this, you were probably born in 2010 upwards, and that is because if you're not familiar with this, the Saturn EV1, or the GM EV1, was a car produced by GM in 1996 to 2001 for a price of $34,000 American. Compared to the brand new Cybertruck that sold for $137,000 Canadian, which the vehicle maxed out in American dollars, goes for $119,000. But let's try to focus on the EV1, shall we? Anyway, GM faced an unexpected issue with their EV1 electric car, which had performed, too well, attracting significant attention in 2001. GM decided to recall all EV1s, but faced resistance from users who loved their cars. Ultimately, GM collected and crushed 98% of the EV1s, calling it a lack of profitability and insufficient financial benefits to their other programs as the reason for this action. Ultimately, the GM EV1 was a revolutionary vehicle and will be remembered by millions and millions around the world. Era, an era where many different things start to take place. In 2014, the hybrid era, started to really take off. In 2001, the Fisher Karma was released. It was meant to be an all-hybrid consumer sports car, and in 2017, the Tesla Roadster was released as an all-electric sports car, as Tesla CEO Elon. Now we are moving into what we call the EV Hall of Fame. Here you will notice that I have labeled 3 cars. The first one, the Tesla Roadster, we all know this car very well. It had a revolutionary design as well as high speed and affordability. The second is the first Nissan Leaf. It had a very small design, but it was affordable and very simple. Now the third is none other than the Tesla Cybertruck. Yes, it is in the Hall of Fame, 1, because of how ugly people find it, 2, its power that delivers, and 3, how strong the materials are in it. Now let's talk about some questions I have asked Ford Mustang driver Ben McCann. I have asked him 3 questions. The first one, what has been the most surprising difference in your daily driving experience between your EV and a traditional gas-powered vehicle? He answered, EVs accelerate much more quickly than gas-powered vehicles as the power is instant. This is very obvious when you pull away from a stoplight and very quickly get up to speed, and very useful when you need a burst of speed to overtake another vehicle. While in a gas-powered vehicle, fast acceleration is often accompanied by a loud roar of the engine. In an EV, the only sounds are the road and wind. The next question I asked was, how do you find the performance and maintenance of your EV compared to a gas-powered vehicle? He answered, the performance of an EV is far more superior to a gas-powered vehicle in every way, except for the distance where you can travel between charging plus fueling. Also, in an EV, the distance is impacted far more by factors such as load in temperature. The third question I asked him was, what influenced your decision to switch to an EV? And he responded by saying that a desire to reduce the amount of greenhouse gases that we are responsible for producing. We are lucky in Ontario that 90% of our electricity is produced with zero emissions. So using electricity is a green option. Now we're going to talk about batteries. What fun, right? Anyway, there are 3 types of batteries. There are lead-acid batteries. They are environmentally friendly and are reliable, as well as weight and efficiency. The next kind is nickel metal hydride. They have improved storage, environmental benefits, as well as they are built for hybrids. The last kind are called lithium-ion. They are the newest. They feature high energy density, as well as fast charging and a long lifespan. Now let's take a look at the pros and cons of an EV. Pros: they have a huge impact on the environment, good cost savings and performance, and the cons look at limited range, higher upfront costs, and battery concerns. And that's it, our look at the amazing history of EVs. What do you think? Could there be a world someday where everyone drives them? Could there be a world where you drive them? As well as brand new self-driving technologies that's coming out? I want to buy one and you should too. EVs are the future. Go EVs!